Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So some bad news coming out of the heavyweight division. It appears that Michael Hunter will no longer be fighting Filip Hrgovic. According to Kevin Iole, he has reported that Michael Hunter is no longer going to be fighting Filip Hrgovic. Of course, that fight was a final eliminator for the IBF heavyweight title. Recently, that fight went to purse bids, and Filip Hrgovic's promoter won the purse bids, so it looked like the fight was on, but it has been reported that Michael Hunter is pulling out of that fight and will explore other options. I have to say, this is very disappointing news in my opinion. Selfishly, from my perspective, I was really looking forward to this fight. I'm a fan of both fighters. I think Filip Hrgovic is the best prospect in the heavyweight division, and I think Michael Hunter is one of the more underrated contenders in the division with a style which I really like. I like watching Michael Hunter fight, so naturally the prospect of these two guys fighting each other definitely excited me, but that is no longer the case, and I have to say I am very disappointed in Michael Hunter. In the last 3 or 4 years, ever since the Alexander Usyk fight, Michael Hunter really developed like a cult fan base amongst hardcore boxing fans for being a guy who fought anyone, anywhere, anytime, short notice, in his opponent's backyard, etc, etc. So naturally I thought he would take this fight, but obviously that doesn't appear to be the case. This was a direct route to fight for a heavyweight title, whether it be against the winner of Joshua and Fury, or whether it be for a vacant title after those fights happen. But the winner of Hunter Hrgovic would have been in position to fight for a title, so it's very disappointing that Michael Hunter would turn this opportunity down, quite frankly, especially given the reputation that he's garnered himself in the past few years. He's kind of thrown that all under the rug now with this decision. It was a good fight, a tough fight, and a fight that, the purse bids necessarily don't indicate that it's a great payday, but it's the last fight before you get into some real good money fighting for a heavyweight title. So for Michael Hunter to avoid this fight, I am very disappointed. I mean, the only way Michael Hunter, in my opinion, would really get a pass for this is if he were to fight somebody more highly regarded than Filip Hrgovic. Obviously, that's not going to be Anthony Joshua or Tyson Fury, but let's say Michael Hunter fights Dillian Whyte, then fair enough, I can actually stomach this, that's fair enough. If he were to fight someone like Andy Ruiz or Deontay Wilder, again, I can accept that. If Michael Hunter in his next fight fights somebody along those lines, then this was the right decision, but quite frankly, I cannot see him getting any one of those fights, so I'm intrigued to see what these other options are for Michael Hunter, because the payday for this Filip Hrgovic fight wasn't outstanding, but winning that fight would have put him in a great position, So we'll see where Michael Hunter goes from here. As for Filip Hrgovic, well, when you look at the IBF rankings, it's looking likely that Joseph Parker will be the next best ranked opponent, so maybe now the IBF will order Filip Hrgovic versus Joseph Parker. If that is the case, I wouldn't be complaining. I think that's a very good fight. And Joseph Parker in recent years, he's not exactly looked great, but right now he's considered a top 10 heavyweight by Ring Magazine. He is a former heavyweight champion for better or worse, and Joseph Parker is light years above anybody Filip Hrgovic has fought in the pro ring. So Joseph Parker would be a big test for Filip Hrgovic, and we would find out a lot more about Filip Hrgovic if he were to fight someone like Joseph Parker. And I certainly wouldn't be mad if that fight got ordered by the IBF. So we could actually have Filip Hrgovic versus Joseph Parker as the next best thing. So Filip Hrgovic, he's in his position, he's going to keep on going forwards, he's going to get this eliminator no matter who it's against. But Michael Hunter, damn man, this isn't a good look. And you guys know I'm a big fan of Michael Hunter, one of my favourite fighters in the heavyweight division, but just because he's one of my favourite fighters, I can't sit here and say that this isn't suspect, and more than likely this is a duck, because unless Michael Hunter has one of these big fights up his sleeve, like Wilder, like Whyte, like Ruiz, If he's not got one of those fights up his sleeve, then this is a duck as far as I'm concerned. And yeah, very disappointing because I was looking forward to this fight. But there we go. It's boxing for you, right? It's boxing. But anyway, share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.